on your feet.
Yeah. God, so many memorable moments in a Caps uniform. Playing wise, I think back to the 09-10 grand final when we were in Melbourne playing against what were the Boomers at the time. We were the underdogs. I think we'd come from third or fourth place, so had to, won our way through. And I don't think really people expected us to win. And in the first half, we were not playing good. You know those games when it just feels like it's a bit impossible, like going into the halftime, just thinking, God, we needed that halftime break because, we weren't hitting shots. Like it felt like every rebound was going to the Boomers and we just couldn't sort of get it together. And we didn't start off the third quarter that great either. And it was like, oh God, but then momentum started to swing for us in the fourth quarter. We have players like baby Mariana Tolo, blocking people. And so we just started to get back into it. And this freak storm hit Melbourne and it was so loud, like deafening. And I didn't even realize it was a storm. I thought it was the crowd like getting behind us because of the momentum was swinging our way. But yeah, somehow we pulled that out. We ended up winning that one on their home court, coming from behind and coming from a place where it was going to be really, really, really tough. So that was certainly a very memorable game and we partied pretty hard after that one. My goodness. Well, first of all, I need to put all my mates in there. So loved playing with Mariana Tolo, my bestie. She was always wonderful to play with. Jess Bibby, the never saw a shot she didn't like, but what an amazing, amazing player because she made most of the shots that she took. I never got to play with Kelsey Griffin, another one of my really good friends, was able to coach with her, being an assistant when she was in the team. Never got to play with her, so that would have been awesome. And, I don't know if you guys remember, there was a player who played for the Dandenong Rangers back in the day. Her name was Caitlin Ryan. And, she used to hit shots from the car park, but just routinely, you'd be desperate for a shot, desperate for a point. The shot clock would be ticking down and she'd take a shot from the halfway line and everyone would be like, oh, here we go, a bit of a prayer. But we'd all go, oh, great, that's her shot. It was like a layup for her and she used to make those all the time. So I'd definitely be bringing her back. There's probably so many things I would tell myself, but I think the main thing would be, the success isn't always there. I think I was spoilt really young, won a couple of championships early, and then went on a pretty big drought where I didn't, we're in teams where we didn't make finals or anything. And it was such a shock for me because I, had such success early and then came to the Caps, won a championship straight away, was awesome, was like, the most successful team, in the history of the WNBL. This is going to be so cool. And again, another gap of this drought where we didn't even make the finals, so you just have to really just love every minute of it. And if you are lucky enough to make the finals and if you are lucky enough to make a grand final, you have to cherish it because they just don't come along that often. Luckily for us Caps fans, we get them pretty often. So we've been spoiled over the years with so many wins.